Welcome to your weekend focus for February the 24th and the 25th of 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy that you send. Oh, look what falls out. You send my way each and every day. I don't want to show you. I'm going to turn it off and start again because we don't want to talk about this kind of energy for the weekend. Three of Swords. You know I wouldn't do that. The message is the message. So we have to pay attention to this card because it fell out. There's an important message here about our hearts. Seeing through illusions. Heartbreak. Sadness. So the one thing I do notice is the clouds breaking up behind. Perhaps the storm is past. Perhaps the hurt lingers. Perhaps we have to acknowledge the hurt so that we can move past the hurt, so that we can allow ourselves to heal, so that we can move forward. So let's see what other cards come up. Hopefully that one doesn't come up again. Well, it is what it is. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, please. So the 24th and the 25th of 2018 for February. So February is the High Priestess. Remember the magic within. It's exploring and finding and embracing the magic within ourselves for the month of February. That's the High Priestess. Recognizing the magic that you came here with, that everybody said wasn't real and didn't work. And so we tuned it out and we turned it off and we forgot how to use it. So pay attention to your heart. Meditate, pray, reflect. Let's see what the energy is. 24th would be, I think that's the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that's all about family members. That's about gain in life and in love. Okay, it's all about love. And 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's the lovers. So it's growing our commitments to other people, relationships, friendships, partnerships. It's growing, it's deepening that relationship, that commitment, or something that we have a passion or a love about, that we are stepping into or we want to step into. Growing that passion deeper, stronger. First card is the Six of Cups. Well, this is usually about our yesterdays. This is thinking back on our yesterdays. If we mix in the Three of Swords energy, we could be looking back and perhaps grieving for a wronged choice or direction we took. Could be about going back in past relationships. If you want to use that card in a very positive light and you are in a relationship, this is the energy for it with the lovers, especially on the Saturday, because it is the lovers energy. That we go back to, we're in a relationship and it's stagnated or it's dulled, and this could be a friendship, this could be a partnership, this could be a love relationship. And remember the reason why you were attracted to that person. What you thought was special about them, why you wanted to be with them, how the friendship started to blossom, develop, grow, the relationship to each other. Because sometimes we get a little petty, right? Sometimes we enter a relationship, well, most times we enter a relationship, and boy, oh boy, everything's tingling, isn't it? We can't wait to see them again. We can't wait to hear from them again. We think of them all day. We try and find things out about them. Hours seem like minutes together. They ask you to do something, and it's, of course I'll do that. No problem. Let me clear my schedule. There's only one priority when you first fall in love. But then we get used to each other. And we start to allow them to see us in a not so pretty light, and they allow the same vantage point for ourselves. And pretty soon they say, can you do this for me? It's like, what do you think I am? Your slave? I'll just do for you all day, like I've got nothing for myself. So, we start to get petty. We start to forget the love that brought us together, the emotion, the strength. Look at who shows up, the lovers. Well, we've talked a lot about the lovers, so we're going to keep going and see what else is here. Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about gratitude, being grateful. Look at those two. They sit there. They're so sad. Oh, woe is me. I don't have this. I don't have that. And when I constantly sit there and start thinking about the things I don't have, it creates an energy of lack. So start celebrating the people that are in your life. I think it's especially the people in our lives, our relationships in our lives, and where they've dulled. This is a weekend to shine it up, to revitalize it, to give it life. Get together with some friends. Phone an old friend. That's a beautiful energy for this card. Phone up somebody you haven't talked to in a while that was really once a part of your life. Be grateful for the people in our lives. Queen of Cups. Once again, now this is loving yourself. Okay, remember the High Priestess energy is looking within and seeing the treasures that we already possess within ourselves. The Queen of Cups says, look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say, I love you. And yes, use your name. When you look in that mirror, you say, Tilly, I love you. I think you're great. I think you're positive and you're beautiful and you're smart. And just go on and on and on until you can't keep eye contact with yourself. See where you are not forgiving yourself on something. Because nobody else is thinking about it anymore. And the Eight of Pentacles. We raised the bar. Look at this. We raised the bar. The moon is also, I think, Saturday the moon is still in Gemini. But on Sunday it moves into Cancer. Or I think it's even Saturday night it might move into Cancer. So it is a lot about family, relationships, comfort, balance, security that we feel. Eight of Pentacles, we raise the bar. And this could be more towards our dreams, our goals, our desires. But it could be that we decide to recommit to a relationship, a friendship, a partnership. You're going to start getting together once a week for coffee again. Or the weather is changing, let's go golfing. Let's join the league. Let's play darts. Let's take walks together. Let's have a family day once a week. Or maybe it's one night a week. Games night. Cell phones go in the shoebox, and the games where you actually have to set it up and sit across from each other and close enough to each other because you all have to be around the board, and create memories. Raising the bar, raising the commitment level. So yes, the Three of Swords is there, I think, to remind us that if we don't pay attention to our relationships and to our own inner beauty, there's going to be hurt and sorrow in our lives going forward, somewhere down the path. So this is really a weekend. And, we have the 11, right? 2018 is an 11 when you count it up, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8. and you don't boil that number down again. So that's the Justice card. That card is really a do unto others as you would have done unto you. That card is a commitment, 100% commitment, giving it your all, not doing anything only halfway or incomplete, seeing it to the end, staying true to your word, walking within integrity, your truth. So that could be a lot of the Eight of Pentacles energy coming out. The year that we are actually experiencing it. But I think we have to go through some relationship things, whether it's friendships, and it could be if you're saying, well, I'm really independent, and there's really, I get along with the friends that I hang out with, I'm happy in my life, there is no other in my life, lover. That's okay. Then embrace you. Love you. I mean, really, truly, you can't truly love anybody else in this world until you truly see the value of you, the present that you bring into their life every time you appear. Let's get an affirmation card or two. It is the weekend after all. So that Three of Swords kind of, threw me at the beginning, but I never, and I always try and look at the positive because years and years and years ago, I've been doing this for way too long. Like 35, 40 years. And, you learn, you talk to your guides, you talk to your angels. And yes, the scariest part about opening up those windows of spirituality is you usually see the ugly first, and you really have to make a contract. And so one of my main contracts that I made with my spirit guides and my angels is that if the knowledge is only going to hurt and there's nothing that person can do about it, then I don't want to know it, because I don't want to give them information to bring their energy down. They need their energy raised. We all need our energy raised. And I don't care how high of a vibration you have, raise it. And so when things like the Three of Swords come out, yeah, I hold my breath for a second. But I'm telling you because there's a reason for that message. There's a positive twist to it. You can do something with that energy, having the knowledge. So the Three of Swords is saying, it's important to connect. The Four of Cups, in your gratitude journal, write down 5 people that you love in your past, in your present. Be grateful for them in your lives. Okay, affirmation. The moon. The moon was actually the numerology of yesterday, because we took because I'm doing that. So Friday, I believe, was the 18 energy. February is 2. 11 for the year. And then you put in the date and you add that all together. So we have February the 24th, 2 and 6, and 11 is 19. So the sun is Saturday, which means judgment would be the 20th. So judgment, we get a little bit more grounded, more for focusing on the week ahead. We want to start doing things, but much later, it's really about relationships and growing those relationships, and maybe growing that relationship with yourself. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror and tell yourself just how beautiful and wonderful and creative and special you are. The Moon card. Look within. I may not see the workings of spirit in the invisible realms, but I know that there is great activity behind the scenes. It's important to trust the mystery and remember that the material realm is an illusion. Current conditions are not necessarily a reflection of the truth of what's really going on in the present. Great opportunities lie in the shadows, awaiting the perfect time for illumination. So, great opportunities lie in the shadows, awaiting for the perfect time for illumination, for us to see it with clarity, with understanding. It's right in your path. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. Back it up a little bit. Look within. See the beauty of who you are. It's important to trust the mystery. We're such a now society, right? We got to have it right now. That's why credit cards are the death of some people, because they max them right out because they want it now. They don't want to wait and earn it and save, and we want it now. We want the pill. We want the quick potion. We want the 1 minute abs, right? So it's important to trust the mystery and remember that the material realm is really an illusion. We have the Four of Fire. We have the Four of Cups. And so we have fours coming up here. A new creative phrase: celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. Dancers have partners. Singers have musicians, helping them create sweet music. And I find others who are in sync with me and my desires. It's a time for celebrating friendship and all that others bring to my life. A time to relish in the pleasures of being in good company. Making magic together with others is the focus at this time. Well, I just love the way these cards affirm the energy around us. Dancers have partners. Singers have musicians helping them create sweet music, and I find others who are in sync with me and my desires. So play some sweet music together. One more? Okay, one more. The Five of Air. Tension and conflict. Conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It's important to have integrity. Other people have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. So you don't need to get everybody on your page. Lead with integrity. They'll follow. They will. It may take time, but they will. A lot of it is they have to swallow their pride and say they were wrong. So, pray for them. Let's get an animal card. So I think it's a beautiful energy. So Saturday is the sun. It's really, we start to see the success after the difficulty, after going through it, after staying with the commitment. So see the people around you that support you, help you, understand you. And agree to disagree sometimes. Look at this. Find your voice with the frog. Hello, my baby. the frog appears. So if you watch me on a regular basis, you got that. So we all had our inside giggle, hopefully, on that. Okay, so keywords is sing, say no, express yourself. Sing your song and dance your dance and tell your tale. Frog tells you it's time for you to find your voice. Saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak, and yet Frog says that you have been putting too much pressure on yourself, allowing others to steal your time, exhaust your energy. You haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it. Instead, you have quieted your voice. By saying no, you begin to make room for the things that you do want in your life. It isn't easy at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more empowered you will feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who isn't listening to you, or a boss or coworker who isn't respecting you. It is now time for you to vocalize your feelings in order to remove the emotion. You may want to write down what you want to say and practice saying it aloud. Look at yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth. Can you see within your eyes how much this is damaging to your soul and spirit? Healing will eventually come from Frog, assisting you in finding your voice. Frog also reminds you to put on some music and sing. It can be in your home or in your car, but sing as loud as you can. Fun or sad, it doesn't matter. Just express yourself by singing. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand on your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you have always wanted to be on stage, a Broadway show, or possibly stand-up comedy act. Embrace Frog in helping you find a voice within you that might be shaky right now, but will turn steady and strong the more you practice your art. There are no restrictions and there are no limitations. And I think I told you about this, but when people are going to talk, okay, it's a natural thing to clear their throat and tap a little here, and that is one of our energy points, okay, and it connects the throat to the heart, to your passion. And so if you feel just under those bones there, right, you got that one little spot there, and just start massaging it. And if you feel pain, then your energy is blocked. And so yes, this brings your voice and your heart together so that you can speak the words you need to speak, that you're strengthened because your energy is flowing, you are balanced. So your throat chakra may be blocked. And if you do that every day for just about 30 seconds, you really don't have the pain anymore. You kind of keep the flow going there. You don't have to work as hard for it. It's like flexing any muscle, working any muscle. That's the only way you can grow the muscle. You can't listen to somebody else and the muscle grows. You have to do the work. So if you're in a relationship, and it could be a friendship, it might be time for that heart-to-heart talk. It might be time to say, I don't like this, or I need this. Especially if it has been pulling down your energy, not allowing you to express yourself in a way that you can. And we all have that in relationships. You notice it at the work Christmas parties, where they bring their spouse or their significant other with them, and they become a different person. They don't want you to talk about this or that. They get all jittery. You feel like the casual things you say to each other in the work environment all of a sudden sounds somehow improper in front of your significant other, and so we all change a little bit, and it's usually a very uncomfortable setting. because they allow us to be a different part of ourselves, one that we have stifled at home or we use in a different way. Find your voice. Be grateful for your relationships and the people in your life. Get a hold of somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.